Hey guys, what's going on? So today I'm going to be teaching you what fair value gaps are, how to spot them, what they're used for. I'm going to show them in some examples on the chart as well. So firstly, thank you for clicking on this video. At the time I'm recording this on Tuesday the 31st, so happy Halloween. Let me know in the comments what you guys doing for Halloween. I'm basically staying home, chart work, you gotta grind, you know? So basically what we're going to start out with is, if you look over here, we're going to have these three consecutive candles, right? So what this is we're going to be identifying a fair value gap. So if you look at the bottom candle here, and you look at the wick here, and you look at the third candle, and you look at the bottom wick here, what you're going to do is, let's mark that out here. So you're going to take the box from the top of the top wick of the first candle to the bottom wick of the third candle, okay? And that space in between those two wicks is what is your fair value gap, or also a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, or an imbalance. Whatever you hear, whenever you hear all these different phrases, it's all the same thing. Just rebranded terms and all that. Basically, what a fair value gap is, it's an imbalance within price where the smart money or the big players, they basically push the market in such a way that it leaves a gap in the market, which means that most of the time, I would say like 90 to 95% of the time, these gaps or imbalances or BISIs, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, will be filled. So you might see a candle open here and then come down, close down here, and then just reject off that, respecting it, coming back up, continuing bullish order flow. Okay, so that's basically what you want to look at for a bullish fair value gap example. Also, we have another example over here. This is the bearish side. So if you notice, there isn't a wick on this first candle sequence here. So notice that this is the first candle of the sequence for a bullish scenario, and then this is the first candle sequence for a bearish scenario. So I did not provide a wick here on purpose because that doesn't matter. As long as there's a gap in between here, then that's considered a fair value gap. So same concept here, you just mark it from the body instead now, instead of the wick, since there is none. And there you go, that's it. That's all a fair value gap is. So usually what you're gonna see in this case, most of the time, is price will open, okay? And then it'll close up there, and then it'll start continuing its bearish order flow just like that. Okay, same scenario here. Price will come here, open, close down here, come up, and then continue its bullish order flow. Okay, so that's basically what fair value gaps are. If you guys have any questions in the comments, just let me know. So now we're going to go into a live example here on the charts. So let's see here. Oh, perfect. So as you can see right here, bullish scenario. So there's actually two here. So if you could spot them before I do it, then that's great. But just as a little introduction to it, that is your gap. Whoops. Let me align that. That is your bullish gap there. Okay, that's one of them. Okay. Now here's another one right here. It's another gap. Okay. Two bullish examples right there in front of you guys so you can see it. You're gonna find them all around the chart, everywhere. And then here's your bearish scenario right there. It's that simple. So all you're looking for is a 3-candle sequence with a wick on the first candle, and the wick on the third candle that leaves a gap. That's it. Same thing for the bearish scenario. Now you might be looking over here. I'm not going to cover too much in this video just because I want this video just to be on fair value gaps. But you see how there's a space in between these? Ignore the wicks. Just look at how there's a space in between this body and this body. And notice how there isn't a space here or here. And actually there's a little space here. So basically what that is called is a volume imbalance. I don't specifically know what it's used for or why it forms, but I've just, over time learning, I've just come to know that that's a place where price, it's basically another point of interest or draw on liquidity. This is where price usually likes to come to. It's literally just a gap within a candle close and a candle open. Okay, we have another example right here. All right, candle closes, candle opens, volume imbalance. All right, they happen pretty often. Another one right here. Candle. Well, this one's a little bit different because you see how we open here and then we close at the top and then immediately we open here. volume imbalance. Another one there. Yeah, we're not going to dive too deep into that one, but yeah, so let me show you how you would use a fair value gap in this example to take a trade. So in this scenario, I'm not going to go over my strategy in this video, but I'm just going to give you a little light example of how I could use a gap here in this case. So let me just remove this line real quick. All right, so as you can see, we have a bearish gap right here. So let me just mark that out for you. Actually, let me just get rid of this gap here so it doesn't confuse you guys. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your box and first, also, the candles don't need to be black or green, whatever the case, whatever your colors are. If there is a gap and there's this displacement candle that leaves a gap, then that's still a fair value gap. You don't need to have this candle be black because there is still a gap and that's all that really matters. So there's your gap right there. And literally, like I told you before, price retraces up into that gap, filling it or mitigating it, closes here, opens here, closes here, opens here, closes down here, and then continues down, right? So that's basically a live example there. Let's see, there's a bullish one right here. So gap, boom, boom. That's your gap right there. Price comes in, the body doesn't come in, or the body did come before in the past, and then immediately came up and then closed outside of the gap. So this would have been a really good long entry if you did decide to get into that, but I took my trades for the day. I actually took 4 trades today. So we got one here, during Silver Bullet session, and then we got our true trade, which took like 4 hours, and then I added another position onto this one, and then PM session was here, so I just took that one as well. So that's pretty much all I want to go over in this video about fair value gaps. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, just leave them down in the comment section right down below, and I'll make sure to respond. And yeah, let me know what kind of other videos you guys want to see. I'm gonna make a series out of this, so I'm gonna be making a video on obviously this one, and then I'll make videos on order blocks, rejection blocks, literally liquidity, a whole bunch of different stuff, so you guys can understand how to become a trader, become profitable, and live that financial freedom life that you've always been dreaming of. So with that said, I'm gonna let you guys study this. Go in the charts, find 10 of these. I want you to find 10 of these. Find 10 and then just dream about these, okay? Because these are probably going to be something you see almost every 5 minutes on the charts if you're on the 1 minute. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.